Just a quick whiz at the whiz round the materials before I start. This is my palette. Colours always in the same order. We've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. Brushes, generally 99% of the painting is the large hake, and then a little bit is done with the number 3 rigger. I've got these other brushes here, very rarely use them to be honest. I've got a little plastic card I use for scraping out rocks or little cabins, whatever needs scraping out. Water jar, just clean water with a nice lip on it which takes off a lot of the excess water on the brush. The colours are Cotman watercolours, just squeezed out and allowed to dry on the palette. Got a tissue here for dabbing out clouds or whatnot, and then finally got 15 by 11 Fabriano £130 cold press watercolour paper. So I'm going to start with the large hake, just clean water all over the paper. Main reason is to stretch the paper, because otherwise if you just wet a little bit at a time, you'll get that sort of crinkly look to it, which isn't very nice. Wetting it all over will just create an even stretch, and that way it won't crinkle. You can do it before you start if you like, but I'll just do it as I'm painting. By the time I've got the sky and the background in, it's pretty much stretched as much as it's going to do, and then I can just refix it, pull it tight and refix it. So this is I've just been doing raw sienna, a bit of alizarin crimson, just working my way around, pretty much haphazard, random. Although I'm careful not to do it in a sort of, put it on in a sort of uniform block, just scattering about, leave little gaps here and there. And I'm going to go ultramarine, bit of light red, and a bit more water. More water. Bit of red, bit of blue, bit of raw sienna. Just see what it looks like, just experimenting really. Paper just looks slightly dry to me, but it's at the end of the world. I don't think I wetted the paper just quite enough, but I'll just work with what's there. Bit of red, blue, alizarin crimson, some clouds just dotted down, some big ones up there. Whoop, drop the brush. Just using the tissue just to take out a few white clouds up in the sky, a few more on the other side, a few down there, a few up there. Just create a bit of nice texture in the sky. Push this in a bit more. Yeah, I could definitely have done with wetting the paper a bit more, but not to worry. The paper has stretched, so I'm just putting it tight so it's nice and flat against the plywood. It's just 9mm thick plywood I clip the paper to, stops it, just holds it down steadily, so I can just bang into it like this with the 8 brush. I know it's just not going to move, it's just going to stay solid. So same colours as the sky. And then just up here somewhere we've got, in fact I'm just going to, no, it's dry. I was just going to lighten that, try and lighten that a little bit, just so that the profile of the distant hills and mountains would stand out a bit better. That's just what I'll do, I'll just try and put them out a bit stronger. So these are the furthest ones, and then just in front of there, some even stronger ones, and then they come down like that. And then just a bit of bit of mist coming over the top of them, and I'm just dabbing it with a tissue just to create that sort of misty look. And it goes up there like that. Bit of raw sienna just to change that colour slightly. Into there. You see a nice little colour. See it sort of looks like the mist is coming between these two wheels there. Put that in nice and strong. Just making sure that this is level. Just trying to keep it parallel with the bottom of the paper. And what I might do, just pop a few, just take the card. Now put that on quite thick. Darkness while it's still slightly damp down there, so I'm just going to darken it slightly while I've got the chance. Got to be careful because it's drying pretty much. Anyway, so that's on fairly thick, so I can go straight in with the card. I don't got to wait for it to dry or anything. So just create the impression of a few little rocks here and there. Breaks up that bit of land down there, and that's a bit of interest on the far side of the shore over there. Now over on the left hand side, just haven't cleaned the brush, I'm just introducing a bit of green, a bit of lemon yellow to make green, with sort of bit of land that comes over like that. Kind of blue, just to add it a bit. Brown, sort of shoreline starts somewhere like that. Brown, blue, and it sort of sweeps around like that. It's going to be dry. Just dip the very tip of the hairs into the water, just to loosen the paint up slightly. It comes off. You can see where it's coming away from the board again, so I just need to pull it tight again and refix it so that it's flat against the board. And then we're good to go. So again, bit of brown, bit of blue. Nice chisel edge on the brush. Now, I could scrape a few pebbles in, but I'll try and keep the scratching out just to one area, otherwise it just looks too much. So I'm just going to keep those rocks as the only parts that I've scratched out. I'm not going to bother putting any little pebbles down there. I'm just going to try and concentrate on getting these sort of muddy bits contrasting against the lighter area there of the water. All I'm doing, just got just a dark mix on the brush, blue, black, just nice chisel edge, and then if it's not coming off very well, like that, just dip the very tip into the water just to loosen the paint a little bit. It just helps. So it just comes off a little bit better. Very nice and dark. Now there's like a little tree there, so I'm going for a nice dark I'm wondering. I was going to put a tree in here, but I think it looks better without it, to be honest. I'm not going to worry about the tree. What I might do is put like a little yacht sailing off into the distance. So before I can do that, I just need to dry it before. The yacht about there, so I just make sure that paint was dry. And I'm going to take the tissue in one hand, just find a clean bit on this dirty tissue, and then just take the rigger. Just want a sort of clean, damp rigger. Make sure my hand's dry. And I'm just going to, just using clean water, I'm just sort of painting the shape. It's like a triangular shape of a sail, just using clean water. And what that'll do is that'll just loosen the paint already on the paper. And then if you just take it off with a tissue, it just creates the impression of a little sail. And then just underneath that, just put the boat underneath it. Just a nice simple way of doing a boat, just sailing off around that bend and onwards. I think what I'm going to do now is add a couple of birds in the sky. Somewhere up there where it's nice and light where I'll stand there. And then finally just pop your signature in the corner. Too dry. A bit more water, loosen the paint a bit. After that. Made a right mess of this. So let's see what it looks like with the mount on. So here's our painting with the mounts. So if we go and have a closer look at it. I felt I was struggling slightly with the sky because I didn't wet it enough, but I've still got a bit of variation in there, created a bit of interest. So he took out this top area with the tissue just to make it look as if there's mist coming over the sort of hill mountain tops, and then put this sort of darker tone profile there just to help sort of push that further back. And again, you see the difference then, it brings out the profile. Looks as if the mist is behind the mountain. Just a simple scrape with the card just to help create these rocks there on the far side. Putting against the dark background, help bring them out. Similar thing I did with the yacht, but I took it out this time with a brush, the rigger brush rather than the card, and then just painted the boat underneath just to create the effect. I hope you like that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can help me by sharing, commenting, liking the videos. Keep practicing. Any questions please ask, and I'll see you again soon.